Testing.
Yeah, you sound way better on the Mad Catz mic than I do.
That's weird.
Well, Jason, you have an advantage. You have the perfect voice for radio.
Nah, I wish.
You also have the perfect face for radio.
Thanks.
Just so you know, I'm going to be putting in air horns right now.
I wouldn't expect any less from you. He just dabbed, guys.
Welcome to D+J BFF.
Yeah. Oh, wait, can I be that loud?
Yeah, you're not. Oh, I am clipping. I'm not clipping super bad, but I'll manage. I'll fix it in post. I'm also going to add a super fun sound effect in post right now.
Wow, that was awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm the J from the title, Jason.
I am DHP Gastelum. My friends call me Daniel.
Second episode?
This is the second
episode. Segment in the first one.
No, we're filming these.
This is like a second episode. All right.
We are recording these out of order. Way to pull the curtain back, Jason.
You can remove it in post. Remove it.
No,
edit it out.
We're going to keep it in.
Damn it. I'm ruining the magic of podcasting.
The reason we're recording like 7 episodes today because Jason is really bad at being places for stuff.
Yeah. I'm working on it. It's on my list of goals.
No, you're not. How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling...
I mean, even though we've only done 30 minutes of work, how you feeling?
So far, so good. Full of energy, ready to get back out there. The world of podcasting. How are you feeling?
I feel great.
You ready for Comic-Con?
Yeah, we should probably plug that because this is probably going to come out the week of Comic-Con.
Yeah, I got a whole day this year, and I worked hard for that one day I got.
Do you have a Thursday or Sunday?
Sunday.
Boo!
I know.
Everything you love is going to be gone.
It'll just be the shitty Funko Pop figurines that nobody bought.
I hope you like Hawkeye Funko Pop figures, Jason.
Hey, that man is a national treasure, even though he wasn't in the last Avengers movie.
Yeah, because he's with his family.
Not for long.
Dude, okay, I'm still upset that they didn't do a Hawkeye Netflix series based on the Matt Fraction run.
Yeah, why didn't they? I've never read it, and I heard it was good.
It's so good.
It's like him doing regular life stuff, right? Like just living the life.
Yeah, the premise of the series is that it's Hawkeye when he's not an Avenger. And that sounds boring, but
does.
Read it and it's amazing.
That barely makes any sense. But there's lots of things I've read that have a terrible premise that are actually good. Are they having a Marvel panel this year?
Yeah, probably. Dude, they're gonna tease the fuck out of Avengers 4.
Oh, they're not having a Hall H panel. No!
They're not having a Hall H panel?
No!
Really? They're not doing a Hall H?
Yeah, they said they're having a presence, but not a Hall H panel.
Okay, so for people who don't know, Hall H is like the big panel room at Comic-Con. Like, the Marvels, the DC, the Stevie Spields of Ready Player One fame.
It's so sad. They're having a presence for their 10th anniversary. Wait, 10th anniversary?
Yeah, Iron Man came out 10 years ago, dude.
Holy shit. Am I old?
We're both old.
Damn. So they should have some good stuff, but yeah, like Daniel said, the best things are always in Hall H, so it's a bit disappointing.
Well, that's not true. Batman vs. Superman had a Hall H panel.
That's true. I'm still gonna go. I'm still gonna have some fun, even though I only have a ticket for Sunday. There's tons of things to do outside, so I should hopefully stay entertained. And at the very worst, I'll go to one of the after hours parties and do cocaine until I bleed. Oh wait, do the cops have hold of this podcast? They don't listen, right?
Anyway, Jason's gonna explain more Game of Thrones to me. Now, last time, just to recap, Ned Stark chopped a guy's head off. He was told, hey, I need you to be king for some convoluted reason. Those twins were fucking, and they pushed a kid out a window, and now he broke both his legs and has amnesia. You know, like you do.
That old standby.
And Dragon Lady was sold for a bunch of horses.
Surprisingly good summary.
All right, part 2 of Jason Poorly Explains Game of Thrones, and go.
All right. So, you summarized the last episode pretty well. So, Ned Stark, Sean Bean, is going to go to that one place, King's Landing, which is where the king is.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then, let's see. What else is happening? Wait, does he go there? I swear I've watched the show before.
Are you just reading a Wikipedia list of the episode descriptions?
No, I'm just looking at this for reminders. It's been a while since I saw the first couple episodes. Wait, I got this. No, I'm not looking at Wikipedia. Shut up. Don't look at me.
It's Pornhub, isn't it?
It gives me inspiration. You'll find this whole episode on Pornhub. There's a lot of episodes of Tyrion fucking prostitutes, the twins fucking, Theon fucking. Damn, there's a lot of fucking in this show.
It's HBO, bae.
Yeah. All right, so they're going to the inn. They stop at an inn. Prince Joffrey, the guy with the super punchable face, is hanging out with Sansa Stark, who's the older redhead, the older sister. They're hanging out with Arya, who's the younger sister. They're pretty famous right now. I think Arya was in something.
Wasn't she in Doctor Who?
Yeah, she was.
Maisie Williams or whatever.
Yeah. Was she the same character?
As Game of Thrones? I don't think so.
It looked like Westeros, but I never saw the episode. They should do that. They should have a crossover.
Doctor Who fans, tweet Jason at what's your Twitter?
Now I'm afraid to tell you. I think it's Jace VII.
Actually, Maisie Williams' character is not the same.
Arya Stark is 8, and Maisie Williams' character in that Doctor Who episode was 8.5. So obviously they can't be the same. Anyways, they're fighting with sticks. They're fighting the butcher's boy named Micah, who's Arya's friend. Joffrey's like hitting them. All right. What did happen in this episode?
Oh my god, you didn't watch the season as we prepped for the podcast?
Define watch the season.
This is why the segment is called Jason Poorly Explains Game of Thrones.
And not Jason explains it very well and eloquently. I always thought that was a weird name for a segment.
Doesn't roll off the tongue just right.
All right. Screw the kids going to the inn. We're going back to Dothraki land. All right. There, I remember what happens. All right. So they're hanging out. They meet this new guy named Jorah. He's a super cool character. He's kind of older. He's like a super good swordsman. His name is Jorah Mormont. He shows up. He got kicked out of his land for selling slaves to poachers. He's selling poachers to slaves as slaves. And he's
Wait, what?
Look, people were poaching animals. He took them. And instead of turning them in or killing them, he sold them as slaves, which is apparently frowned upon in Westeros.
Because you literally said he's poaching poachers and selling them as slaves.
What does the word poach mean?
So I'm on a super old chair. That was not me. Just, ripping a Chipotle fart. I'm on like the world's like ricketiest chair.
Sure. He just killed his cat right behind him.
Rest in peace, Pillow. You were really cool for the few weeks we had you.
It was a good cat. Anyways, this character's really cool if you ignore the fact that he was selling people as slaves. But he's like, hey, I got kicked out of my land. And Viserys, the brother of Daenerys, both blonde people, is like, oh man, if I'm king, you could sell slaves all day long and nobody will care. Except for, probably the people being sold as slaves. So Jorah's like, yeah, I'll help you become king. You'll forgive me my crimes. And he goes off and helps him join the Dothraki. And meanwhile, Daenerys, she's having trouble adapting to her new lifestyle of hanging out with a bunch of people whose language she doesn't understand and getting raped every night. So her life isn't super great right now.
Putting it lightly, but go on.
Maybe a slight understatement. And then she takes feminist empowerment by asking one of her handmaidens to teach her to fuck better. So she could fuck so good, she could gain control of her husband. It's an actual plot point in this series.
Also, HBO had a show called Real Sex, where it was the least sexiest thing in the entire world, where it was basically naked people with instructors like, all right, you want to fuck this way. Now, the angle is really important, and the point of penetration is where a lot of the pleasure comes in.
Did they manage to make sex boring?
Yeah, and like super weird. Because you get to see like a bunch of 45-year-old people being like, I'm going to take a sex class because my marriage is falling apart.
And they filmed those and put them on TV?
Yeah.
Oh man, why?
So, Daenerys does a class on real sex.
Here's what you want to do. You're gonna want to let him stick his penis in you. Oh, okay, go on. That's it.
Bold strategy.
And all right, so that's her storyline. She's it'll get better. It'll get better for her. So then we got in the north. Poor Bran. Quick pop quiz. Do you remember who that guy is?
Yeah, he saw those twins fucking, and then they pushed him out a window, and he broke both his legs and got amnesia. Like you do.
Yeah, it's man, a lot of these characters have sucky lives. Just realized. Really, no one's having a good time in the beginning of the series, except for maybe the fucking twins. They seem like they were doing okay. But
the fucking twins, right?
Yeah, and I mean that in every single way. Yeah, so
you can't see it right now, but Jason just stabbed.
How dare you accuse me of doing that? So yeah, he's got amnesia. Oh wait, he's in a coma right now, actually. Everybody's pretty sad. Half the people are kind of faking it. The Lannisters are like, oh, what? He's in a coma? That's so sad. Does he look like he's gonna wake up? Just out of curiosity. So yeah, his mom's pretty sad about that. Everybody else has had to leave. Prince Joffrey's kind of a cunt.
Jason can say that. He's Australian.
Yeah. Oh shit, I forgot that's frowned upon these days. Samantha Bee said it and everybody got angry.
It's okay, you're Australian, it works.
Yeah, that's fine. So then everybody leaves. Tyrion decides, I really don't want to go back to King's Landing right now. So he decides to join Jon Snow, and they're going to go to the Night's Watch and have a bunch of cool adventures. It's pretty great. Wait, do you remember who Jon Snow was?
Yeah, he's that guy where people show him like their social security number and he sells them Funko Pop figures.
Yeah.
And he knows nothing, just like I do.
Yep, although nobody said that line yet. So it'll come back. Everybody else goes to the one place. I'm pretty sure Tyrion pees off a wall in this episode.
Descriptive. That one place.
He pees off the wall. I want you to imagine the biggest wall ever. Like the thing they're going to build in Mexico. Even bigger than that.
So it's bigger than a small fence.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's your one political comment this episode, Jason.
Okay.
I also used mine because of the small fence.
I have no regrets.
Whoever says a political comment next gets hit in the testicles with a wiffle ball bat.
Do you actually have one of those in here?
Don't test me.
Oh, fuck. All right. It's going to be tough. It's a lot of walls in the coming episodes. I'll do my best. All right. So, they go to the wall. All right. I'm good. Actually, I don't think they do a lot at the wall this episode, besides peeing over the edge of it. All right, so they leave. They're going to the inn. Stop at an inn. Joffrey fights a couple of them. They're play fighting like kids, right? Arya, beats the shit out of him because he beat the shit out of the butcher's boy. And he gets pissed because he's one of those kids who's like, hey, I could do whatever I want. And then you, give him something back, and then he's kind of a cunt about it. You know what I mean?
He could say that. He's Australian.
It's true, guys. Don't look it up. Arya's wolf comes in. One of those wolves. Remember those wolves?
Yeah.
Yeah, one of them plays a part.
Like an important part, or?
Barely. He kind of goes in and interferes with the fight, and Joffrey gets pissed because he's like, oh, I was having fun torturing these kids until this dog interfered. So he orders the dog killed. The dog, Daniel. You don't know anything these wolves did, so you have no emotional connection.
Heart of an angel. All these sad dogs are here.
Yeah, imagine one of those commercials. Except the dog, Arya's like, hey, Nymeria. That's the name of the wolf. It's another name you have to memorize. She's like, get out of here. Go on. And the wolf tries to come back, and she's like, no. And she throws a rock at it, and she's like, leave. And so it leaves. But Joffrey still wants to kill something, so he's like, Mom, Dad, we gotta kill a wolf because, I'm a dick. And so they take Sansa's wolf, who didn't do anything, and they chop its head off in front of her.
I don't like this Joffrey character. That might be a bad opinion, but...
Very, very bold opinion there.
I hope he gets his comeuppance in the future.
Not anytime soon. There's a lot of hate in this show. I'm not gonna lie, I hate watched the first 5 episodes. Just like a giant rage boner, just waiting for this guy to get his comeuppance. The wolf did nothing, Daniel. It was innocent. It did nothing. So Sansa's really sad. She's the king and her dad set her up to marry Joffrey, and at first she's like, oh, he's kind of a cute blonde boy. I'm gonna marry a king and be a queen one day. And now as they're walking along, she's like, I think he might be an asshole. And she's right.
Shocker.
Oh yeah, the Hound shows up at this point. He's important later. Once you imagine
a dog?
No, wait. No. Forgot you don't know anything about this show.
You just spent 5 minutes talking about dogs or wolves, and now there's a guy named the Hound?
Yeah, no relation to the wolves.
Wait, the character called the Hound has no relation to the wolves.
Yeah.
The show is stupid.
So the Hound is a separate guy who's kind of huge, and he's got a half-burned face, and he's kind of ugly and big and scary looking. Joffrey sends him out to grab the butcher boy, since the butcher boy ran away after he beat the shit out of him and the wolf interfered. And he brings him back dead. Killed him. For no reason. Okay, his reason was... Was there a reason? I don't think there's a reason. There's a lot of needless death in the show.
Shocker.
HBO. Sex and murder. So, then Bran wakes up. and he's got amnesia, as we discussed before. And the Lannisters are like, "Hey, you remember anything, little buddy? How you doing? Had quite a tumble there." And he looks at them. He's like, "Nope, I don't remember anything. I have amnesia." Totally realistically. And they're like, "All right." But just in case, they hire a guy to kill him. Oh, you don't really know who's hired to kill him, but, I mean, really, who wants this guy dead, really? And so somebody hires a mysterious dude to try to kill him. And the mom is over his body, like, "Oh, my poor boy doesn't remember anything. Oh, God, somebody's trying to kill him." And she, has to wrestle the knife out of this guy's hands. And then out of nowhere, Bran's wolf comes over and just fucking tears out his throat.
And his name is John Cena!
His name is Summer, actually, but pretty close.
People listening to headphones right now are just gonna be like, unsubscribe.
Why? So, yeah, they take him out. He kills him. He's got a really cool knife that is pretty unique. And Catelyn Stark is like, "I'm gonna find out who tried to kill my boy." And she takes the knife and she walks off on her journey. So really nobody's in Winterfell anymore. We got the boy with the broken legs and his wolf. He's got a big, huge guy who helps him out around the house named Hodor.
Hey, I know that guy. He's a DJ.
Yeah! Isn't his actual name like DJ Hodor or something? Or am I just... He wouldn't name his DJ name after his character name, would he?
I don't know. We'll fix it in post.
Yeah, we'll look it up. Yeah, he's a DJ now. So yeah, his line consists of saying the word Hodor. That's they don't even know if that's his real name. He just says the word Hodor, so they decide to call him Hodor. He's kind of like a Pokemon in that way.
What type would Hodor be as a Pokemon?
Let's see. He's big and physical, so you'd think fighting, but he actually hates fighting. Water? Fire? No, he's not really associated with any of those. He's too heavy to be flying. Is there just like a shitty Pokemon type?
Yeah, it's called normal.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
Go on.
Yeah, so Bran is left at home with Hodor and this old guy who helps him out around the house too. Catelyn Stark's running off to go find whose knife this is. Ned's running off to, and the king and the Lannisters going back to King's Landing with Joffrey and his kids. Jon Snow's going off to the Wall of the Night's Watch. Any other characters I forgot? It's a lot of characters. Oh, and Daenerys is going off with their horse lords to learn how to be a better horse lord wife. And meanwhile, her brother's kind of just he's kind of being an asshole too. He's kind of just moping around the place, being like, "How come no one's listening to me? When are we gonna take our army and take over Westeros?" And Khal Drogo's just like, "God, this guy's whiny. Look, we'll do it eventually." And I want to go now. No, I've got horse lord stuff to do. I don't know what he's doing, to be honest. They kind of just travel around for a bit. But yeah, that's the second episode. And maybe a bit of the third. All right, so who's your favorite character now?
Well, I think it's stupid that the Hound is not related to the wolves.
So he's not your favorite character.
No, that's really stupid.
Is he your least favorite character?
No, I think my least favorite character is one of the horses that was traded. This has a really dumb, smug, stupid face.
The horse?
Yeah.
All right, who's your favorite character?
Probably.
Having never seen only the actors we've mentioned and not really hearing any of their cool lines. Oh yeah, Tyrion is being witty this whole time. I forgot to mention.
You couldn't have mentioned that like 10 minutes.
Well,
favorite character, Arya. What's her face?
Okay.
She seems pretty cool.
Yeah, she beat up the king. It's a good choice. Just gave him what for. He does get made fun of for getting beaten by a girl. So that's pretty funny.
progressive.
All right, how do you rate the second episode compared to the first episode?
If 1 is bad, 10 is okay, 69 is nice, and 32 is meh, give it a 47.
All right, you guys heard it here. A review from the second episode of Game of Thrones by a guy who's never seen it and only had it badly explained to him is a 47 out of 10, was it?
Yeah. It's a complicated system.
We'll put the chart in the show notes.
Jason, do you have anything to plug?
Yeah. I've got my blog, which I haven't updated in a while, but I'll get to. .cauldron.com. And don't tweet me. Because I know I'm just going to get tweets that are just me being wrong. And I already know. I haven't seen it in a while. I've got the broad strokes of Game of Thrones down. All right, what about you? I
am on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube as DHP Gastelum. Gastelum is in Mary. And go to dhpgastelum.com. We update the site on Mondays with podcasts and Wednesdays and Fridays with comics.
Yeah, comics.
Yeah, we're in the middle of a anthology piece that I'm doing right now.
Nice. Go read it, everybody.
Yeah. Any closing lines, Jason?
Yeah, we should really think of a closing line. That's all, folks. Ah, fuck, no, we'd get sued, wouldn't we? No, I got nothing. Bye.
A for effort.